One of our members is a super amazing, super successful financial advisor and has a situation that we all face versions of this situation. His version just happens to be on steroids. What am I talking about here? I'm talking about when there are multiple companies, multiple entities, in this case an advisor and a broker, multiple people competing for the same amount, for the same piece of business, okay? A lot of times we have to deal with these in what? RFP and RFQ situations. Here's what my advisor is going through. He's going through an RFP, RFQ on steroids. The client has said, you know, I'm not sure. Should I go with one of you, the other one, or a combination of both? I know what I'm going to do. Let me have a meeting and I'll have both of you at the same meeting. So our EastonUniversity.com member, financial advisor extraordinaire, now has to sit down with a client and a third party, a broker, and talk about who's going to get this business and how much of this business. So I want to talk about this particular scenario because this is critical, this is vital for us. We might not have to sit down with our competition and the client at the same table, but we all have to go through some derivation of this in terms of an RFP and RFQ, okay? So, first question, should he attend the meeting? Answer, abso-frickin-lutely. If he declines, no, I don't want to be a part of that, he's out, right? Of course we're going to go with the other party. Now we can use our EastonUniversity.com training. We can use the Easton University process and be a little bit more skillful. What do I mean in terms of being more skillful? The first thing I mean is which order we go. Whether this is a face-to-face with the client and one of our competitors or multiple competitors, or an RFP and RFQ, in this particular situation, the order in which our member here at Easton University goes is critical. It's vital, all right? Should he go first or should he go second? Anyone want to take a guess on whether or not he should present to the end customer first or second? Should he allow the competition to go first or should he allow the competition to go second? Before I answer that, there's a vital piece of information. The competition is already doing business with the other party. The other party is what we would call an incumbent. Should he go first or second? Who wants to unmute themselves and give me an answer?
Go in second, because I want to hear what he says, and I want to rebuttal all that.
Absolutely, going second. Correct. We want to go second. We'll talk about the instance and when you want to go first after this. So he wants to go second. So how could he skillfully, besides going, hey, I'd like to go second, or show up late to the meeting. Maybe I'll go second, but then I don't get to hear what they say. So what's the best way he could go second? Let me tell you, right? When you have an incumbent, let me give you a skillful way. And I know there's no manipulation at Easton University, okay? There's no tricks or gimmicks. That being said, we can be more skillful than our competition, and here's the skillful way to do it. Hey, really appreciate you guys having this meeting. Let's say the customer's Susan. Susan, I'm so glad you had both of us here. I know everybody has the same goal in mind here, Susan, to make sure that you're best positioned for your retirement, make sure you're best positioned financially. Hey, before we get started, you know, I had a thought. The two of you have been doing business together already. I'm kind of the new kid on the block here. And the way I run my practice, if I'm not able to help or add value in any way, I'll be the first one to raise my hand and let you know. I think what might make the most sense for everybody here is and look at the competition. If you could give me a quick general overview of what you're doing for Susan, look at Susan, what you're doing for Susan, kind of her current situation, where she wants to go. At that point, once I've heard of what you guys are doing, what the plan is, I'll be able to let you know if I can even add any value. Fair enough? And when you do that, I'll be able to let you know if I can even add any value. That other party, that other entity, that other broker, they're going to jump right onto that. Of course, I got an easy one here. right? He's going to bail out. Yeah, so I've been working with Susan for many years. We've got her set up in XYZ and ABC and her da-da-da-da. Now they're just going to data dump on everything that they're doing. This is good, right? This is good because we haven't gone yet. They don't have an opportunity after we give our astute presentation to go, well, yeah, we do that too. We could do that too. So now let them go. Let them present. Listen. Sword, shield, take notes. Totally get it. Makes perfect sense. Listen for the avenues that you can get in. Whether it's taking the whole portfolio all together or taking a piece of that business and be able to say, you know, Susan, because... Tommy, yeah, I appreciate the overview here. I feel like I have a good understanding, Tommy, thank you so much, of the situation. Sounds like Tommy's got you really well covered in ABC, but you know, one of the areas that I'm seeing that can give you some lift, Susan, and actually at a no risk position to you is we've got a fixed product that if the market goes down, you're protected on the downside with significant upside returns. And based on everything I heard from Tommy and I heard from you and what you want to do with the beach house there, this would be a perfect vehicle to take, say, $750,000, which, and if I'm correct on what you were saying, the mortgage payment was on the beach house of $4,000. We'd be able to get that payment covered for you without any downside risk. Does it make sense to move that $750 over to us and we'll have Tommy manage the rest? Now Tommy goes, oh, well, you know, there are some things that I could do to protect you on the downside risk. Now we have Tommy just totally get it, Tommy. Just out of curiosity, why haven't you done that for Susan? Well, because she hadn't brought it up. But isn't that why we're having the meeting? Well, yeah, now you've got Tommy reeling. When there is an incumbent, we want them to go first, okay? What we don't want to have happen, though, when I say go first, I don't mean, Tommy, you tell Susan why you should do business with, why she should continue to do business with you, and I'll tell Susan why she should do business with me. This is not dueling sales presentations. This is a conversation. And let me recap again how I started said conversation. Susan, thank you so much for having me here. Tommy, great to meet you, right? I look forward to working with you in this situation and, you know, hopefully down the road. Hey, as the new kid on the block here, as the one stepping in here, you two have worked together we've worked together for 3 years. 3 years, that's awesome. Can you kind of give me an overview of where we're at, Susan? I know you had said the most important thing to you and why we're having this meeting is you want to make sure that you're able to maintain the beach house in Cannon Beach, Oregon. I love it. Cannon Beach, beautiful place, by the way. And we want to make sure that we're protected, but we're taking care of the upside. If you guys could just kind of walk through what you're doing together right now, Tommy, if you could just kind of highlight, you know, Susan's current situation and what you're doing for her right now. I'll be the first one to raise my hand if there's no areas where I can add value, right? Last thing I want to do is come in here if I can't add any value. But, you know, if I do hear some areas where I could add value, I'm happy to make some recommendations that way. Fair enough? Yeah, and they're going to jump in, right? There's no way, it's checkmate, by the way. Because if Tommy goes, well, I want you to go first, right? You want me to go first? Well, yeah, but don't you guys have an existing relationship? Well, yeah, we do. Wouldn't it be the best use of the last thing I want to do is come in here and just, that's not how I operate. If this is not the right, if working with me is not the right fit for Susan, you know, I'll be the first one to let you know that's not how I do things at my practice. Kind of give Tommy the stink eye a little bit there. I think it makes the most sense for me to figure out what you're doing, and then that way I'll know if I can add any value. Throw a fair enough at the end of it. Okay, so that's how I want you to handle these meetings. Are you tired of barely making quota every month, or worse? Are you not making your quota? Are you not hitting your numbers? Are you worried that you're going to lose your job in sales? All that can change for you within the next 60 days. Hi, my name is Matt Easton. I'm the founder of Easton University. It's the most effective sales coaching in the world, and we can help you double, yeah, you heard me correctly, double the amount of sales that you're making, double your quota, and double your income within the next 60 days with Easton University Sales Coaching. Click the link here, and we're going to show you how you'll have access to the Easton University Learning Portal. It has everything you need to know to double your income, double your commissions, double your quota within the next 60 days. You're also going to have the ability to join live coaching with me twice a week. I'm going to be there with you every step of the way. You got a question on prospecting? I've got you covered. You want to know how to close? We'll walk through it. You want to be able to skillfully handle objections and complaints? I will walk you through in the live settings. Check out Easton University. Click the link now. You're going to see 1,000 video testimonials from people just like you that have doubled their income in the last 60 days. Click the link here. I want to talk to you about how we can help you sell twice as much within the next 60 days.